Hello out there and happy Functional Friday. It's Angie with Heart Wellness Coaching, and I am bringing some functional medicine information to you, little tidbits to help you live better and feel better. So today I want to talk about the role of the microbiome in weight management and the importance of just what we eat and how that affects our microbiome. So if you are joining me live, please say hello so I can give you a shout out. And if you're catching the replay, let me know about that too. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask either live or in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer those. So again, microbiome, I want to just give you some tips on how to take care of that and increase the health of your microbiome, both for general health and for weight management. So I have learned in my functional medicine training just a lot more about the microbiome and how it affects our overall health. And of course, researchers are always learning more. There's still so much more to uncover in terms of how the microbiome functions and how it affects our health and how what we do affects it. But we do know that it has been shown that increasing the diversity of our plant-based foods makes a really big difference in the health of our microbiome and just exposure to different bacteria just in general. So even like going out and being in different ecosystems. So going out and spending time in an evergreen forest, going out and spending time at the coast, in an oak savanna, in a grasslands, like all of these different ecosystems have different bacteria in the air and microbes in the air and soil. So exposing yourself that way is also really helpful. But the variety of plant-based foods that we eat throughout the week have a big effect on the health and the diversity of the bacteria in our microbiome. So I really encourage people to start counting how many plant-based foods you're getting in each meal, and then add up for the day how many different plant-based foods that you've had. And the recommendation is to get 30 different plant-based foods in per week. So that includes all of your vegetables, all of your fruits, and then herbs and aromatics that you're using. So you get to count your garlic and your onion, and if you're putting cilantro or parsley or basil or any of those things in, that counts as well. So look at your plate and count up how many you're getting. It's not as hard as it might seem, especially if you can practice some little tips and tricks to get more things on your plate. So I just want to share some information just to give you, if you're a data person, if you like knowing the studies, like knowing where stuff comes from. So the Journal of Clinical Nutrition in August of 21 has an article called "The Associations of Healthy Food Choices with Gut Microbiota Profiles." And so they say our results from a large population-based survey confirm and extend findings of other smaller scale studies that plant and fiber-rich dietary choices are associated with a more diverse and compositionally distinct microbiota with a greater potential to produce short-chain fatty acids. So what does short-chain fatty acids do, and why are they good? So an article in Frontiers in Endocrinology from January of 2020, the article is called "The Role of Short-Chain Fatty Acids from Gut Microbiota in Gut-Brain Communication." So they say short-chain fatty acids improve the gut health through a number of local effects, including maintenance of intestinal barrier integrity, mucus production, protection against inflammation, and reduction of the risk of colorectal cancer. The prevention, a journal called Preventive Nutrition and Food Science, they say the beneficial effects of short-chain fatty acids have been observed on body weight, insulin sensitivity, and glucose balance. They're also able to strengthen the intestinal barrier, thus reducing inflammation. They have a positive effect on lipid metabolism. They're able to regulate satiety and reduce appetite, thus playing a major role in food intake and energy composition. Furthermore, short-chain fatty acids are able to act on free fatty acid receptor 2 to stimulate the release of a hormone peptide that helps play a direct and significant role in inducing satiety. So there's lots of other articles out there suggesting that that a healthy microbiome with a rich diversity of bacteria is associated with better weight maintenance, or just being at a healthy weight. In Nutrition Today in July of 2017, an article called "The Gut Microbiome and Its Role in Obesity" say that there's a large variation in the glycemic response to the same food items between subjects, as well as to the consumption of standardized meals. So in an attempt to explain the variation, they analyzed the gut microbiome was analyzed, and they also looked at traditional measures like blood sugar, diet, physical activity, and body measurements to create a machine learning algorithm that accurately predicted personalized responses to real-life meals. Moreover, the algorithm accurately predicted glycemic response in a separate validation cohort and in a follow-up dietary intervention study. So what they're saying is the same meal eaten by a bunch of different people will have a different glycemic response. So if you have a high glycemic response, that means you're going to also have a high insulin response, and that's going to pull that blood sugar into the fat stores where it's going to store it. So people can be eating the exact same meal, and one person might immediately have an insulin spike and store that sugar in their fat tissue, and the other person might not. And that's associated with a gut microbiome. So I talk about this a lot with my clients and help them learn some ways and some strategies to increase their plant-based foods so that they can increase the diversity of the bacteria in their gut and help them with weight management. And many people, if they're coming to me for weight loss and health coaching, they have been eating a diet, the standard American diet, which, the acronym is SAD, of course. If they've been eating that way, then typically they're going to have a pretty unhealthy microbiome with a low diversity of good, healthy bacteria. So we really have to work to improve that so that they can achieve weight loss and maintain weight loss. So it's a really big part of the overall puzzle with improving health and losing weight. So 30 different plant-based foods in a week. So I posted my smoothie today, and anybody that, the first person to guess correctly how many plant-based foods is in my smoothie. So go back a couple posts, and if you're the first person to answer correctly, then you get a free 60-minute health wellness consult with me. So the easy way to get a lot of plant-based foods, of course, is to do something like that. Normally, I suggest that our meals, we should chew. We're meant to chew. We've got a jaw and teeth for chewing. So I don't have a smoothie every day, but I do have them every once in a while, and I just load them up with stuff so that it's, I'm almost, I can get a lot of plant-based foods in one meal or meal replacement. So other tricks is, buy the mixed greens, buy the big tub of mixed greens, and just put everything you eat on a bed of those mixed greens. I literally will put those on my plate no matter what I'm having, and just throw whatever I've made on top of those greens, and they just kind of wilt and soften and mix in with what you're eating. They're very easy to throw into soups and stews. They're very easy to throw into like a veggie egg scramble. They work really well, chopped up and thrown into meatballs or meatloaf. They're just super versatile. So that's an easy way to get more plant-based foods. If convenience is really important for you, buying the mixed bags of frozen veggies. Ideally, nothing is in those bags besides veggies, so you don't want to have any added oils or weird stuff. Just mixed frozen veggies. That can be really helpful for people. Mixed fruit, having some mixed fruit, and maybe just that can be like a snack, like putting some frozen berries in a bowl and having a few frozen berries as a dessert can be a healthy way to get more plant-based foods. Of course, when things are in season, it's really easy. We can just go outside and pick blackberries or raspberries or blueberries or whatever is growing nearby. So these are all things that I help people with in my Transform Your Health, Turn Back Time health and wellness program. And I also work with people one-on-one. So if it's something you feel like you could use help with, don't hesitate to reach out. If you have any questions about this concept at all, please comment below or just message me privately. I'm happy to share more. So again, happy Functional Friday. It's a beautiful day. I don't know how long it's going to last, but get out there and enjoy the sun while you can. And I appreciate you being on here with me. Talk to you soon. Bye.